Hi everyone, this is Catherine Carmignani for Mass Golf, and I'm joined today by DJ Zabkar, Product Manager at FootJoy Glove, to go through everything you need to know about this essential piece of equipment in your bag every season. Hi everyone, I'm joined by DJ Zabkar, Product Manager at FootJoy Gloves. DJ, thank you so much for joining us today.
Happy to be here, thanks for having me.
Of course. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do at FootJoy and what I'm looking at in front of this table here.
Sure, Kat. As you mentioned, I am product manager for gloves at FootJoy. I've been with the company a little over 9 years now, and I have been dedicated to the glove team for a little over 7. Basically, what I do every day is, if you can imagine anything and everything in a golf glove, it's what I do. The full life cycle of the product, from early design work with the team, development, testing, research development, a little bit of everything to get the product on the shelf and in the shops everywhere.
That's wonderful. Sounds like a fun job, and since you've been there for so long, you'll be able to tell me a little bit about not only the product here, but also the right fit for glove. I feel like I've gone through several iterations myself of, I've got a little extra room at the top, or it feels funny on my hand. So, what is the right fit for male, female, young player, old player, whatever it might be?
Absolutely. So regardless of age, gender, playing ability, fit is synonymous with everybody. We did some testing a couple years ago. We found that over 60% of golfers are wearing a glove that's too big for them. So exactly, right? So we are firm believers in a glove should fit like a second skin, if you will.
Okay.
It's supposed to be taut across the hand. Some people think it might be a little tight, but that's natural. Especially with a nice premium Cabretta leather glove, like several in our line. The glove will conform to you over time, and it will stretch out. That's just the nature of the product. So fit is important. Fit is so important that it can cause, wearing an incorrect fit can lead to early wear and tear and lessen how many rounds you'll get out of a golf club. So fit's important. Performance is at the paramount of golf, right? So the Stay Soft glove right here is the best performing Cabretta leather glove in golf. It's the best performing glove in golf. So the tannage, which is great about this leather, it's specific to the Stay Soft and exclusive with us, is that as one perspires or sweats, as if you get caught in a little bit of a rain shower, that leather will actually get tackier and help you grip the club throughout time. And also, it is the #1 glove on tour worldwide, currently played by over 800 golfers professionally. So over 800 players today are trusting their games and their livelihood to that product there. It's the last connection to the golf club. We certainly don't want any slipping in the hands or anything like that. So I can't drive home performance enough, and I certainly cannot drive the importance of Stay Soft home enough. And
so I'm seeing women's gloves, men's gloves on the table. As a female, I've got smaller hands. I know, I'm going to the women's glove section. There are some women out there, some of my friends, that say they wear a men's glove or a cadet size glove. Can you talk a little bit more about that and where they should probably head?
Real quickly. We have regular sizing, we have cadet sizing, we do have women's sizing as well as junior sizing in our FootJoy Junior Glove. The difference between a regular fit and a cadet fit is a cadet means it's a wider palm and a shorter finger. So naturally it's easier for someone with a smaller hand to maybe gravitate towards that cadet product. Great. If you look at the tour roster now, there's a lot of players wearing cadet size gloves. Totally normal. Up until actually before I joined the glove team, I thought I was a cadet large. And then day one, I was not a cadet large. I went to a medium large, so it's funny how I even got myself sized down. But and then we have more sizes and more SKUs and more offerings for every single golfer, whether it's a female golfer, junior golfer, we have it for you. And again, I can't keep driving home how important fit is to you. So for people out there that feel like they need to wear a glove that might not, if a gentleman would like to wear a lady size because that's what fits his hand best, that's great, that's awesome. There are a couple players on tour that do that. Totally normal. A lot of female golfers with smaller hands potentially might be in a junior size glove. Again, whatever's most comfortable for you, whatever helps you perform in your game the best, we stand by that.
That's fantastic. And so beyond fit, like everything else out there, we want to wear something that's kind of cool. And we see the traditional white glove, but we also see a lot of color at the end of the table here. You have a ton of different offerings for somebody that likes to jazz it up a bit out on the course.
Right, so we do have our FootJoy Spectrum line, if you will. So we have about 12 or 13 colors for in the men, as well as some of the women's, even some nice cool camo prints. The Spectrum glove, we saw the fashion trends about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. People want to add color to the game. People want to match their shoes. They want to match their apparel. When we got into the apparel business about 7 years ago with colors and statements, gloves was quickly behind that. So again, premium Cabretta leather palm. We don't do anything but premium high-end for performance.
Yeah.
We do a color fast fade resistant back of the hand. So it is a fiber soft material. The reason why we do that is we do not want this color fading. If you get caught in the rain, if you sweat, we do not want this color running. We don't want to be in the replacement of product business. So my red glove got caught in the rain and it bled all over my pocket. That's not us. So that's exactly why we do that material there. But it's fun. You know, we're always looking at color trends and everything to determine what exactly the right color is. And we found that we have the right mix here. Very popular product for us, especially on FootJoy.com. So it's fun. People like to match up with their team allegiances, or their college or university allegiances, or they have a lucky color, team play, a little bit of everything. Just creates awesome options and variety for golfers everywhere.
So heading back down to this side of the table, you mentioned earlier, you know, we're in New England. We're getting into territory where the weather might not be as cooperative. Whether, you know, we're having hot, humid days. We're into a rainy season, and then we're into winter play, those that like to just play all year round here in New England. So maybe starting with the rain side of things, let's talk about the rain grip glove here.
So the rain grip is the #1 rain glove in golf. I have such fond memories of this glove. I will never forget qualifying in the last round for a high school tournament. It was a travel event, and it was a downpour, and our coach said, as long as the course is open, we're going to play. And I just got my gloves wet in the first tee, and I was 1 under through 5 holes, and I think there was a mercy rule at that point. Got the last spot, but to me, I knew I could play because the rain grip glove has a nice, beautiful contoured fit to the hand. Auto suede fiber palm, which means as the glove gets more wet, it's going to reach out and attach to the grip much more strongly. So rain grip's been around for a long, long time, and it's definitely an unbelievable success story for us. So we have a nice little tee holder there on the side, so if you don't want to stick your very wet hands into your pockets, look for your tee, you can slide one there. Same thing with a ball marker. So the rain grip glove, it's also, what's really cool about it is we saw a couple years ago, away from the inclement wet fall, cooler months, we saw a lot of golfers using the rain grip glove in hot and humid summer months in play because they would sweat so much, the gloves they would sweat through potentially one of their other gloves. They switched to rain grip to really lock it in. Saw a ton of that. So again, we now offer a white and gray rain grip. So for those golfers out there that do want to stick with that rain product and they trust it and they love it, if they sweat like crazy, we offer that white and gray one there to give a little alternative look and feel. So
let's continue on and talk about those that are wanting to play in very cool temperatures. Here in New England, you've got a couple different versions of a winter glove.
Yes. So starting with the Winter Soft product, much like its sister, the rain glove, it's the #1 cool weather glove in golf. Again, same auto suede knit palm, which helps grip and performance in cooler weather, but it has a nice layered fleece back of hand material to keep the back warm during those cool months. And what's unique about this Winter Soft glove is we add an extra layer of fleece called Warm Plus to the inside wrist area. So if you were to put essentially an ice cube on that part of your wrist right there, you're going to feel a cooling sensation way more quicker if you put it anywhere else on your arm. So a lot of the body's temperature can be regulated in that area. So adding that extra layer of fleece to help keep the cool out and the heat in really makes people that are playing in these very cool conditions warm. We try our best to think of almost everything when it comes to gloves, and especially being in New England, we know a lot of people out there, unless there's ice and snow on the ground, people are playing. So that's definitely the glove for these upcoming months for sure. By having our own dedicated facility where we Do not make any other product for anyone else. It's solely a Acushnet product only. We are fully in charge of our own QC, our R&D, and our production. QC is a very, very important thing for us. So every skin of leather that comes into the factory, every sheet of a synthetic material, thread, stitch, even the package itself gets tested. So every skin that comes in from a shipment, we test it multiple points for its thickness to make sure it's within our spec. We also test out of the lot for its tear strength, abrasion, everything. So we're not giving a golfer a product that we haven't already qualified from its material perspective. So as the product goes down the line, as the pieces are being put together, my favorite fact, if you will, is every single glove that FootJoy makes is tried on for its sizing and its fit before it goes into the package and gets sent out to your local pro shop. Every single glove. So we have a Mr. Medium, if you will, at the factory who is trying on every single medium glove that we make and making sure it's perfect. If it is absolutely not perfect, that glove will be flagged, sent back up the line, and get adjusted to where it's absolutely perfect. And then from a fit perspective, what Mr. Medium or Mrs. Women's Large is looking for is where on their hand the glove hits them. So you want to be able to fill out the fingers from the base of the finger to the top without getting too close to the seam there where it's jogging behind the nail, being uncomfortable. You don't want to have any extra bagging in the fingers as well, extra materials. Biggest tell right away for someone that's wearing a properly fitted glove is to have roughly 1/4 inch of Velcro showing when you put a brand new glove on for the first time. Reason being is this premium Cabretto leather is so soft and supple, it will contour to your hand, it will stretch out and fit to you throughout the lifespan of that glove. You don't want to be able to bag up the material. You almost want to have your finger bounce off the glove almost like it's a drum. If you're able to grab too much material, it's going to rub together throughout your swing and it will wear and tear early. If you're wearing a glove that's too big for you, like we said, over 60% of golfers we find that are doing that, your club can actually switch a little bit and move a little bit in your swing. Any degree of open and closing, turning that club face could cause an insane miss. So those are the things that we look at. Again, every glove that we make is tried on for its sizing approval. So when you go into your local golf shop and you know you're a medium glove, that medium FootJoy glove is going to feel the same every single time. Trust your PGA professional, follow their lead, they're not going to steer you wrong, and go off feel, what feels best for you. Find your price point, find your favorite feel, get out there and play some golf. This is essential equipment for golfers, much like a golf ball, a golf shoe, a rain jacket in inclement weather, a beanie in cold weather, a driver to bomb 300 plus down the middle. The golf glove is the only connection you make to the club itself. So it is not an accessory for FootJoy, and it never will be. This is a core part of our business, and I get excited just talking about it, thinking, we get people all the time says, I don't wear a glove. There's guys on tour that don't wear a glove. I'm like, well, you might be able to count on one hand how many guys aren't wearing gloves. The more professionals play FootJoy than any other glove brand in the world, so we know this is the glove for you, and there's plenty out there to choose from.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much again, DJ. We had a great time here. Thank you for the education. And again, to go through the FootJoy glove finder, go to footjoy.com. And for everything Mass Golf out there, please visit us on our website at massgolf.org or follow us on our social media channels at PlayMassGolf. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.